It's wet, it's cold, and I can't work on it. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. You've seen it, rain, wind, cold. So I've been away for a few weeks, away from home, so the cover has been on Ed for 2 weeks and I've been itching to get back. Still got quite a bit to do before I can get him on the road. What have I still got? Well, I'll show you. I keep looking down here, but I've had a delivery of a few parts. Try not to trip over them. So I'm not going to give anything away, although some of them are fairly obvious. So these are parts that are just waiting on the bodywork getting finished to go on. So I hummed and hawed what panels to get for the front end. Ideally I would have went for brand new Heritage wings, front left, front right, and a front panel. The money, I was looking at £500 and I've got so many other things to pay just now, especially with IMM coming up. So I then looked at some non-genuine panels, and I've spoke with a few people, including on the Facebook group, and they're quite a good fit. There's always a difference in quality, they're a lot thicker, the Heritage panels, and you're going to get longer from them. And yeah, I've said from the start, Ed's going to be a full restoration when I get down the line. But hummed and hawed, took advice. Now, what I have decided, I'll show you down here. Basically, Eleanor was restored before I got her, partially restored. She had a full front end put on, and this is what it was. So these were basically put on the car and left for 2-3 years and sit in the inside, rotted from inside out. So I'm hoping I can use some of these panels for Ed as a temporary fix to get some enjoyment just now. When I took them off, obviously some of the flanges were bent, etc. But in terms of rust and rot, there's a few bits that have surface rust, just like so here. But the rest is it's in really good condition. And as you can see, they are genuine Rover panels. So I'm going to basically scrape. I'm not going to scrape. Well, I probably will scrape, but I won't mean to. I'm going to get these sanded back, try and get the flanges flattened out and straightened out, repair any bits that need repaired, and see if I can get these sprayed and fit them on Ed. If I have doubts, then they'll just get scrapped, or I'll keep them for possibly parts I do need, but I'll revert back to plan A with the Heritage panels. The front panel that was cut off Eleanor still has the inner wing here and down here attached, so that's all going to have to come off. So the first thing I'm going to do is see if I can get this off, see what it's like underneath, and then go from there. So no very exciting stuff, I'm afraid. It's just going to be cutting, grinding, sanding, spraying, painting, and I'm not going to show that on camera. I'm going to do a before shot and I'm going to do an after shot. Here are the before shots. What I'm going to do is cut away all the old metal I don't need, clean it down, sand it, prime, paint, and then I will come back to you if it's working. If it's not, then the next panels you see will be shiny new ones. But fingers crossed I'm going to be able to save these and save some money. And finished. So they'll get more coats when they're on the car, they'll get lacquer when they're on the car, cleaned, etc. So this is just a couple of coats on at the moment. So what I've done with them, took all the surface rust off, treated the rust so there's absolutely no rust on it at all, primed it on the back side or the underside of both the outer wings and the front panel. It's got the wax oil stone chip, which takes slightly longer to dry than the normal paint. On this side I've got a couple of layers of primer, a couple of layers of paint, but like I say, there is more to come. But I'm very pleased with it because these came off Eleanor, as you know, and they've saved me an awful lot of money. About £460 I priced up. So yeah, fitting them, so when they're fitted, the flanges will be a bit more awkward to fit because they're not as flat as they would be if you bought new ones. But I'm happy with how straight I actually got them. Can't show you just now because the paint's still wet. But yeah, I'm very pleased with how it's went. So the next stage is getting the front end of the car. I'm going to do that in stages just so it all lines up nice and neat. Plus, as you've seen, the rain is slowing me down. So this stage, to get the metal cut off, to get it all primed, painted, etc., has taken me about 6 hours, which isn't too bad considering what was on there and what I've saved. So the paint's dried, it's about a week later. There's going to be more coats and lacquer and stuff needs to put on it once it's on the car, but I'm happy with it at the moment. The one thing that was really getting to me was the weather. Keep waiting on the sun and keep putting things off, and I decided enough waiting. I'll show you what I've done. The weather here has been absolutely rubbish. We're into June now and it's just, you feel cheated when you're not getting the sun, or you're getting sun for a wee bit and then it's stopping we're getting rain. So I've decided to get one of these. It means that I'm going to be able to work on Ed, it can rain to its heart's content, and I'll just work and listen to the rain hitting the roof. Now comes the easy part. I just need to get these on here. I hummed and hawed for a while. Will I patch, will I fix, will I replace? And I knew I had to replace. It was just the time that I didn't have to do it, along with all my other plans and projects. But you can see the state under here, it's completely away. Even up to here, it's rotten. And when this is off, you'll see how much surface rust is underneath. This part's fairly solid up here, that would all come away. This, you can just see the damage that the body kit's done. So yeah, it would have just spread. The arches that I've got, we're going to take a bit of covering up for this as well, and you can see all coming here, so that was all part of my plans. So the first thing I'm going to do with Ed, and I'm just going to let the camera roll for you guys, the lights need to come out. So I've got some more lights to go on, and they'll be going on with the new panels, but at the moment I just need to get the panels off. And again, I'm thinking what to take off at what. I'm going to look at getting the wings off. I'll cut along here, off here. I'm going to start with this side purely because there's no A panel. Of course, we're in Scotland, so we don't just get rain all the time, we get wind all the time. So I've just put a couple of ropes here to stop the gazebo lift, and it's tied on the other side as well, but guaranteed I will trip over these probably about 100 times today. We start with the lights on this side, so I'll do the headlight first. So to get the bezel off, there's just one screw underneath. That will always be rusty. So once you've got this off, there's again just screws. 1, 2, 3. go, simple as that. Right, pop the bonnet, or if you're in America, hood, get in, find the wires and get them disconnected. So what I always do, and I'm going to do here, and I encourage you to do, is to take photos, because these, so the wiring loom comes, 4 wires come from it, they all plug in, and so like for example the red wire here plugs into the red and white wire, and it's just a simple push fit. So when you go to refit these, it's just a like for like, you're not having to attach wires and splice wires in, it's just that easy. So I'm just going to go and take some photos, each of the wires, unplug each of these, and then I'll just lift out very straightforward. And I know there'll be guys out there that are good at wiring saying, yeah, but the colours all match up and that. Well, not unless someone's tampered with it before and replaced their own wire. That's why I've learnt the hard way before that they don't always match up. People like to tinker with minis and don't always keep the correct wiring, so that's why I'm doing this. So the red one, what have we got? The red wire goes into the white, the red with the white chaser. There's one. The red and white wire goes into the red and white wire from the other light. Didn't feel a thing. The black wire goes into the black wire from the other light, leaving, it's not as easy to see, the blue with the white chaser. We can see here, blue and white goes into the blue and white from the other lights, just in there. As we all know, there's not much space in the mini bay, so the way this routing of wires goes behind, through the horn, through here, through a hole in our panel, then our wing. I think when I put the new one on, I'm going to get all this better tidied together so it doesn't look as much of a mess when it goes back on. Because when the car is up and running, the plan is to get the engine bay dressed a bit better. I know what some of you are saying, no, if you've got new headlights, why don't you just cut them? I never cut them, because you never know when you're going to need bits for this again. So there you go, one headlight removed. Indicator, even easier. So 2 screws for the cap, the rustier screws that attach it to the front panel. So likewise with the the light, it's wired back and it comes in under here. To be honest, all this is going to have to move behind here anyway because this is coming off. So we've got things like the horn attached to it, the wiring through the tabs. All has to come off. You can start to see when it goes to a garage why it's so labour intensive and why it costs so much. So again, I'm going to take photos for that, but they came off very easy. They just come straight out from there. There we go, that's all it is to the indicator. This bit, the side repeater, bit of pressure, wiggle it, pull it, it does come out. This bit can stay in just now. I've got new lenses to go on there. Just means now I need to get the grinder out and start cutting.